Jade, deploy punch Designix. You can't. You'll need some shale for that. Check unknown objects. Okay, some of these things we can deploy, but some things we don't have nearly enough Christ for.
You mean the jumper block thing?
No, we've got enough for that, but it's still pretty expensive.
Wait, what? The thing costs 1,000 for me.
Yeah, me too. And we have 2,000 to work with. Okay, 1998.
What? Man, I only got 200 to splash around with in Rose's Rainbow World. What the hell?
Oh, how much did Rose start with when she was playing with John?
Hang on, I'll ask.
Okay.
She says 20.
I guess we keep getting more with each server-client connection.
Yeah. So I guess you can buy everything now.
No, I can't buy the holopad thingy and the IntelliBeam laser station.
Okay, now I know you're making this shit up.
No, they're right here. They cost a fortune.
Well, all I got here is the Designix, which I can't deploy because I don't have any purples, and the expensive as hell jumper thing and the cheap shunts, which I assume do dick all without the jumpers to put them on. Oh, also the CD, which is 100, but I didn't drop because it seemed like a stiff allocation of resources for now.
Yeah, I've got that too. I'll deploy it.
So with each new connection in our player chain, I guess new weird deployables are introduced.
Yes, I think that is how it works. When John connects with me, he will probably get some cool new things too.
Hey, look, we're learning stuff.
Deploy green and white compact disc.
What should I do with these beta copies? I don't really need them anymore.
I suppose just hang on to them for a while, and then later just do whatever you're naturally compelled to do with them.
Wow, that was a weird answer, but okay. You take the beta and the CD.
Jade, deploy circuit board looking thingy. It was obviously labeled as the jumper block extension. It appears to be deployable only as an extension to the alchemeter. Looks like you're going to have to move it. Damn, and it looked so nice up there. You expend another relatively affordable 100 Bildgreis to relocate it. You then pay the steep fee of 1,000 Bildgreis to deploy the jumper block extension. Attempt to deploy Captcha disk drive. Again, the name of the thing was right there in plain sight. You deploy the punch card shunt for peanuts. Looks like a Captcha card is supposed to fit in the slot.
Dave, insert card with a CD on the slot. You put the card in the slot and stick the shunt on the jumper pins. Nothing happens. You might need to stick a punched card in there, probably allowing the holes in the card to affect the flow of current through the circuits. And to punch cards, you'll need to get a Designix somehow. Insert disk into computer. Install software. Grice torrent is now running. Illegally pirate some of John's shale. You start leeching off John's shale at a pace of 4 Grice per second. Not the fastest download rate, but then again, you don't need a whole lot. In 1 second, you already collect enough for a punch Designix. Download a bunch of Grice from John. He has plenty. You set the application to leech off John's build Grice because he's obviously got too much for his own good. It cuts the download rate in half, though. You guide the heir. Consult with him. Rose, are you there? I went through the gate. Nana said you might be here too. Are you in kind of this spooky glowy place with oily rivers and stuff? Let me know, okay? I guess one could use those words to describe it, if armed with a predilection for the inapt. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, what words would you use, Miss Wordy Pants McSmarty Blah? Eerily iridescent? I certainly don't see any oily rivers. There's an ocean, though. And I haven't found an ocean yet. But I don't know, the place is really big. It's like a whole planet down here. Oh man, which reminds me, I just got hounded by a troll. Yes, one of them is bugging me now. I thought it was odd timing. Yeah, well, they say they want to be friends. Also, they're playing Esper, but not like the same session as ours or something. Oh, also they're moving backwards in time, which sounds like bullshit, but whatever. Color my curiosity piqued, I guess. Yeah, I guess answer him if you want, or not. But anyway, it's great you made it here alive and stuff. So Dave came through? Eventually. Pardon the envy I'm about to vent in your direction. For what? For finding yourself at the mercy of a rational orchestrator. Oh, yeah, I'd feel kinda weird if Dave was watching me too. You don't feel weird when I watch you? Rose, I feel weird when you're just talking to me. When you're watching me, it's just kind of the weird frosting on the big weirdo cake. I can't see you now for what it's worth. Yes, I'm free! Okay, I'm gonna go over this river and through these woods. You talk to your troll, I guess. We'll compare notes later. Okay. Bye, John. Who is this bothering you? Hey, Lalonde. Stop crying in your mom's beverage. She hates you and has left you forever. Now I'm confused. On the surface, this appears to be another contrivance from a troll desperate to offend. But John said you wanted to be friends. And if you knew me, I suppose your remark could be construed as a ploy to elicit agreement. And soon rapport, not that it would actually work. God, you really do talk too much. So which is it? Oh, your text smells good. Is that lavender? You smell words? You don't? Right. Aliens. I forgot. Yes, it's easy to forget, given our rapport and how much we really have in common. I forget that you humans actually communicate with speech instead of releasing clouds of fragrant gases and smelling each other's sentences. Gross. So gullible. You'll believe anything I tell you. Of course we talk, dummy. Still not sure if I'm being courted or trolled here. I'm going to go with the latter. I hate you all quite a lot, but I think the others will eventually realize that it'll be mutually beneficial for us all to work together, and so they'll probably be all friendly like later on. By later on, you mean now? Yeah, that's probably what John was hearing, and maybe they'll even mean it and want to be friendly, but I intend to stay pissed at you forever. Even if I seem helpful. Then you're in luck, because you don't. No, but I will be. The fact that I will be helpful is an immutable fact I am stating for the record. It does not mean friendship is what is taking place here. John was told you were moving backwards through time. Was he gullible to believe this? Or is the fact that I'm asking just further indication of my own gullibility? Feel free to continue shifting the definition of the word to suit your convenience. We haven't been talking to you for long, like a few minutes from my perspective. If there are some of us who decided to start talking to you at the end of your adventure right off the bat, instead of at the beginning like what's logical, then that's their stupid business. I'm staying linear, 'cause weird time stuff gives me a headache. Oh, also it's pointless. Alright. Let's continue milking my human gullibility and say I believe you. You're the sensible one who's decided to communicate with us in linear lockstep with our timeline in order to help us out. How can you help me? You just entered your medium, right? Yes. Okay. Does it seem like there is a subtle voice in your head urging you to do things? Yes. It's not so subtle, actually. Yes! For me, too, it was more loud and clear than for the others. You see, we are meant to be best hate friends forever. A beautiful soul grudge this cosmic was surely authored by the constellations. They all thought I was crazy, but it turned out we all were in our own ways. That helped us realize the particular destinies the game put together for us in the vocabulary of, like, the hyper-flexible mythology it tailors to each player group. You mean, for instance, if a player were to learn she was a seer? Yeah, exactly. Seer of mind, page of breath, knight of blood, maid of time, etc., etc., etc. 12 for us, but obviously 4 for you. Every session is different. And this voice? Oh yeah, it's an exile. Exiled from what? It took us forever to figure this out, because they aren't meant to be an obvious aspect of the game. They're on your dead planet, just like they're on ours. Years after its reckoning. Their role is to help you on your quest in some ways. The obvious way is by directly guiding your actions, but maybe the more important ways are these little things they do probably without even realizing it. Actions that complete loops in the timeline. Cogs in paradox space. Paradox space? Oh, hell. Listen, this universe will eat paradoxes for breakfast, and so will this game. Get used to it. By now you should realize this whole mess was a big self-fulfilling clusterfuck. A huge orgiastic Mobius double reach around. I'm starting to see that. So the exiles are on Earth? Does that mean our goal is to get back there too? To resurrect it somehow? No. See, ironically, they get to do that, after they're done helping you, that is. But part of their job is to rebuild life and civilization there. And if they're successful, in thousands or millions of years, the technology is unearthed and the planet is ripe for seeding all over again. You never answered the question. Where are they exiled from? From the two kingdoms in the Incipisphere, expatriated during the reckoning, former agents. What are agents? I think this will be more constructive if I contact you again in a little while, when you know more and I don't have to explain so much. When? In a couple of seconds, for me, but not for you, sucker.